Hi everyone, and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about plein air supplies for acrylics. Although I paint in watercolors and acrylics, today I'm showing you my acrylic setup. En plein air means painting outdoors. Here is my setup. I carry with me a pack sack, an umbrella, and a tripod. It only takes a few minutes to set up. This is my tripod set up on my balcony. Well, it looks like we're in for a storm, so this should be interesting. I'm going to put the box on top of it now so you can see what it looks like when it's set up. My palette and canvas board attached to it as well. My palette fits in the bottom of the box and the canvas board fits in the lid. It is held securely by 2 points. Now I'm going to show you my umbrella. It's called a best Brella. Here are the parts. There are 2 extensions. This is the part that attaches to the tripod and of course the umbrella. It also has a handle so you can use it as a regular umbrella, and it all fits into this little bag. I'm screwing the extensions together and then it will attach onto the umbrella. I attach the connector to the easel and set the extension arm into it and tighten the screw. If I had used all the extensions, it would have hit the roof of the balcony. So there you have my setup. As it's raining now, I'm going to move inside and show you what's in my pack sack. So there's lots of compartments in this pack sack. First, I have my water containers. They're both expandable. One of them can be hooked onto my palette, and the other one is very sturdy once it's filled with water. This is a raincoat. I've got chewing gum. These are red glasses. Have you ever seen these? They take the color out so that you can see whether you have your values correct or not. I'll put a link for them on underneath the video. You look at the landscape and then you look at your painting and compare the difference between the lights and darks. They work very well. I also have bug repellent, Kleenex, and this is a bug veil. I can put it over my hat if the bugs get really bad. Right here I have a sketchbook. Actually, I have 2 sketchbooks. I do a few thumbnail sketches trying to figure out what will fit into my canvas. I also sketch in the darkest values. This gives me a good start to the painting. This big pocket holds all my acrylic paints. I use tube acrylics. There's also some paper towels and a sponge in this bag. I will put a link to the paint colors that I use down below the video. Before we go on, let's look at the side pockets. This is acrylic retarder medium. It can be added either to the paint on the palette or to the water to slow down the drying time on those really hot days. These are latex gloves. I try to keep the paint off my hands. If you use hand lotion before you start to paint, that helps a lot too. This is a water bottle. It has water on one side for painting and a spray bottle on the other. I spray my palette from time to time to keep it from drying out. I have a pair of scissors and some fingerless gloves. Actually, they're biking gloves for when it gets cold. and a few pencils. Oh, I have matte medium in this pocket also. This is used to thin the paint, extend it, and makes it flow better. Too much water is not good for acrylics, so you need to use the medium as well. I have a couple of canvas boards in here. I use small ones usually when I paint on plein air. I can only last for a few hours when I'm painting outside. And I do studies that I can use later in my studio to create bigger paintings from, although sometimes the studies are more appreciated than the big ones. This is a fabulous Stay Wet palette made by Mastersons. It will keep your acrylic paint wet for several weeks. This paint was put in here a week ago. It's run a little because it's been in the pack. There's a pre-soaked paper and under that a damp sponge. It works really well and I highly recommend it. This one fits on my easel very well, and I use a bigger one when I'm working in my studio. I have a towel or rag in here as well. This is my open box palette. This is an extension that fits on one side of the box. You can see it's an open box M, handmade in the United States. It opens like this. My Stay Wet palette fits in here. This is the extension. It can go on this side or on this side. It makes the whole thing a little bigger and gives me more room. My canvas board fits on the back. Bigger canvases can fit onto it as well. And there you are, ready to paint. Oh, I almost forgot. Last but not least are my paintbrushes and palette knife. I have a wrench for stubborn paint tube lids and way more paintbrushes than I need. I only use a couple, but anyway, they all fit in here, so I keep bringing them. And that's the contents of my pack sack. Hope you will enjoy painting plein air as much as I do.